Have you ever wondered how teachers are successful with listen to reading during their daily five stations? And you notice that their students are on task and doing what they're supposed to be doing, and you're scratching your head like, how the heck am I supposed to get my students to stay on the apps that I've approved? Well, you're going to love this video today because not only am I going to run through the expectations for Daily Five's listen to reading, but I'm going to give you a hack. So stay till the end for how you can keep your students accountable during listen to reading in Daily Five. I'm so glad you're here today. And if we haven't met before, my name's Molly, and I'm a fifth grade teacher who helps other teachers just like you learn how to use the Daily Five so you can get to all your reading groups and feel less stressed during your literacy block. And I think it's important to treat listen to reading like you do all the other stations. And you're going to start with creating an expectations chart with your entire class, whether you print this on the poster maker or do it with your own handwriting on chart paper. Either one, I have these expectations that I'm going to share with you. You can write them down and use them, or you can get them in my TPT store and print them on the poster maker. And I think while you're building your stamina, I know for a fact that it really does help to go over these expectations every single day until you've mastered listen to reading, and do not move on to the next station until you have this one fully mastered at the 15-minute mark. Okay, so my expectations for listen to reading are just like my other ones. We're going to work the whole time, stay in one spot, level 0, get started right away, and build our listening stamina. Go over them. I'm promising you, you will love that your students will just say them quickly by the time you have taught them and introduced them. Okay, so the next thing is you have to build the stamina to the 15-minute mark. If you're somebody that likes to use a stamina building chart where you're graphing every single time you hit a goal with your students, I really recommend that. Again, I have one in my TPT shop. You can make your own, though. It looks just like a bar graph, and it really shows the kids how much growth they've made during the time that they're learning listen to reading. Okay, next, explicitly show the choices. I say this for every Daily Five station, but you have to, especially with iPads and technology. We need to make sure our kids are being safe with this listen to reading. And technology is so amazing. We can now screen mirror onto our smart boards or our Clear Touch, whatever yours is called, and we can show them exactly what we want them to do and have it modeled for them, show them what listen to reading looks like, having their headphones plugged in, and making smart choices. And one additional hack that I just thought of during listen to reading is if you use a website or an app called Epic Reading, you can toggle off the videos. So if you didn't know this, your students have access to things like Minecraft videos and things that are not listen to reading. And if you don't want them watching those, you can toggle them off. And that's a really great way to keep them accountable. Okay. I like to follow through with my rules and consequences. So this is key with listen to reading. I'm in fifth grade now, but you know I've taught kindergarten and first grade, and I'd say this expectation is very clear cut for all grades in elementary. If you are on a website or an app that is not approved, then this will happen. And so there's like a warning period where kids are learning how to do this, and you get one warning. And then after that, it's very cut and dry. Your iPad becomes mine. It could either be for the day or it could be for the whole week if it's a repeat offender, or if you just want to be really strict with it and get a point across that listen to reading on an iPad is a privilege and that it can be taken away really easily. And so what you do instead is you replace that with another choice, like maybe they have to read to selves. And I did this a few times last year in fifth grade, and it was highly effective, and it nipped those bad behaviors in the bud. So you might be thinking, okay, but Molly, how do I keep track of what apps they're on? I'm pulling small groups to do guided reading or my reading groups or word work or whatever you're pulling to your small group table. Here's the key. There's an app that you can get called Apple Classroom, and it will show you what every student is working on their iPad. It's great because you can pull up the screen and see what they're on. It's really cool because then you can lock them out if they are in fact on something they're not supposed to be on. And that is their warning maybe, and then you come get the iPad from them and they know as soon as you lock it that they've messed up and they're on the wrong thing. So again, rules and consequences, follow through with that. Use Apple Classroom. If you have no way to monitor, if your kids are on Chromebooks, then I would talk to your media specialist and figure out if there's something that you can see where you can see their screens, or set them up at a station so where their screen is facing your teacher table. And there's no compromise with that. Usually in Daily Five, you get to pick your spot, but I would say if you don't have a way to monitor them on your teacher iPad, then put them in front of you. All right. I hope this helps you with Listen to Reading, and I hope my hack helped even more with Apple Classroom. Let me know in the comments below, what questions do you still have about Listen to Reading or Daily 5 in general? I'd love to be able to answer them in a video. And check out the resources that I've linked below for Listen to Reading if you like things pre-made for you and you can print them out either regular paper size or on a poster maker if you're like me and you don't love your teacher handwriting. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.